What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the After Effect Podcast. I'm your host, LeBron Stephen, but you can call me LBZ, L Boogie, Big Brian, B Ron, LB, Ronnie. The choice is yours. Welcome to episode 59. We have a very special guest, Raven Moore, is joining this show today. Atlanta native, ran track and field at the University of Iowa for 4 years. Highly decorated track athlete in the Atlanta area and at Iowa City. Was a top Big Ten performer for multiple years. Now currently she is a registered nurse for Emory Healthcare in the Atlanta area, doing amazing things in the healthcare field as a nurse. Happy Mother's Day to her as well. The day we're recording this is on Mother's Day actually. So yeah, super uber excited to get her on and to get just another female athlete on to tell her perspective on her athletic journey. Yeah, so I just sent her the link, and once she jumps on, we will go.
A guy who came from Cleveland.
Okay, well, you ain't from Cleveland, no.
Cleveland was the best location in the nation.
You know, we from Cleveland, Ohio.
Glenville community on the east side of Cleveland.
Cleveland was called the best location in the nation.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I appreciate you carving out the time. I know you're super busy, especially today.
It's all good.
Yeah. So this is called the After Effects Show. I created it because it's my belief that all of us athletes, former or current, we all have an after effect or aftershock from our entire athletic career. I had a 20-year relationship with football. I'm sure you had a 15 to 18-year relationship with track. And I believe when it's all said and done, we all have an after effect from the wins that we experienced, the losses, the injuries, the lessons, the politics, all of those things. So this is just a free and safe space for us to kind of like relive our journey, talk about some good times and bad times, but really just try to push the culture forward. Yeah. So if you're cool with it, we could just dive right in.
Okay.
I knew that you're an Atlanta native. You grew up in Atlanta, attended Sandy Creek High School. So just kind of talk about what it was like growing up in the 90s in Atlanta. I always feel old when I say this, but we didn't grow up like the kids now. We didn't have internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have tablets. We didn't have iPads. We used to really just have to be outside and just be creative and create games and interact with each other. So just paint me a picture on what it was like growing up in the 90s in Atlanta.
Oh man. It was fun. I lived on the south side of Atlanta, so it was super country. Originally from New York. So
okay.
I was a baby when I was in New York though, so I don't remember anything. But Atlanta was fun. Went to like preschool there all the way up to high school.
Okay.
So, nothing really exciting.
Nothing exciting, nothing that really stands out, just living a normal life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Life. It was normal.
Okay. So talk about kind of like when you started to come into your own at Sandy Creek. I read that you were like a 4-time state champion in 100 and 200. You had a bunch of just success in high school. So talk about when you started coming to your own, maybe when you started receiving those letters. I think for any elite athlete or Division I athlete, we all know when that light switch hits on. For me, it was probably like 10th grade when I started making a lot of plays and getting letters and getting scholarship offers and things of that nature. So when was that for you?
So I was actually at a Catholic school before Sandy Creek. I went there for 2 years for 9th and 10th grade. And there I was just like a superstar. It was amazing. In like 7th grade, it was like, oh, she's so fast. And I would go to like school meets and run and be beating people. So I was like, oh my gosh, am I really this fast? So and I got one state meet in the 9th grade and 10th grade first place for Georgia for like a Division IV. We were small. And then I was like, need some competition. So I decided to go to Sandy Creek, which is a public school. And I got a wake-up call. I did good. It was but I did go to state, yeah, and I got like either second or third. I can't remember. The second, well, the 11th and 12th grade, and I got noticed by Coach Roberts.
We through those. Not sure if she's frozen on her end. Oh, okay, you back. We froze for a minute.
Yeah, I saw it like freezed up a little bit.
Yeah. So you the last thing I heard, you said you got noticed by Coach Roberts. That was a coach for Iowa, or where?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Iowa.
Okay. So what went into your decision to go to Iowa? Did you get recruited or have any offers to go anywhere else?
I honestly, that was my first place. I did get recruited to Alabama and Tennessee, but Iowa was like my main. I went to go visit and just fell in love, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
People, and I was just like, I don't even want to go anywhere else. So I didn't even visit anywhere else.
Wow. So you knew when you stepped foot in Iowa City, that was going to be the place. Okay.
Yeah, and
I got
super far from home. I didn't want anywhere close. My mom and dad can come. No.
You wanted to be far away and do your own thing. I got you. So yeah, talk about your transition to Iowa. Obviously, you excelled there too. You saw that you ran a 7.5 in the 60 meters, 11.78 in 100 meters. So you were always a really fast runner. Let's talk about that transition. Was the transition easy going from Atlanta to Iowa City? What were some moments that stood out to you while you were at Iowa?
Honestly, it wasn't easy. It was, I was just, like I said, I didn't have any family, nowhere near Iowa. So that was a transition. The weather, my God.
Yeah, you know that Iowa weather different.
Golly, it was like, that was the worst experience. Like that was the worst part of Iowa, honestly. But with the field in general, it was a wake-up call then as well. There were so many other fast people. I used to think that I was the fastest person ever, but my God.
Yeah.
Amazing. Even with my teammates, the competition was amazing. I sounded fast, but I wasn't that fast, honestly. I wasn't compared to the people that I was running against, but it was awesome. Had a great coach. And yeah, it was just fun. Coach, the practices were super hard compared to school. I remember being late to practice one time and I almost died. Like they punished me. I have never been late to anything else in my life.
Same here.
It taught me a lesson. I learned so many lessons at Iowa. In general. It was a great.
Yeah. So I saw you placed like second in the Big Ten multiple times. Did any of those Big Ten moments stand out to you? Like you said, just really competing versus essentially the best athletes in the country.
Yeah. It's just an honor, honestly. It's just like I don't even know how to explain it. When you don't even have to place first, like you said, you can place second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. As long as you feel like you've made it
something.
This world. Yeah. Amazing. I don't know.
I got you. So I think one thing that I've always felt like is lost in translation is that transition after you graduate, right? I think we've done what our parents told us to do. We went to college for free, we got a college degree, but that transition after college for football, obviously, it's like the NFL. You're trying to get opportunities, you're trying to figure life out. And for track, I'm sure it's different too. You're trying to figure out if you want to run professionally or if you want to just go get a job. So like, what was your transition like? Did you want to run professionally? Did you know that you were going to just dive head first into nursing? Or did you struggle? Did you struggle a bit trying to figure out what you wanted to do next? Like, what was that transition like?
I knew I wanted to do nursing when I went to Iowa. I found out it was an impossible task running track full time and trying to do nursing school. So what I did was kind of prepare myself. I did courses during the track and field years that would kind of prepare me. So once I finished, I could start nursing school. So I knew that I didn't want to run professionally after school though. And when I got home, I kind of struggled back into Atlanta. I kind of struggled with figuring out, do I really want to do nursing? And I kind of took 2 years off and worked in a hotel and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go back to school. And my nursing degree 2 years later, I wasn't getting paid. So I was like, nah, I'm going back to school. And and I figured that's the profession that I've always wanted. So I don't know why I even doubted myself, but
that's that, and that sounds like a pretty seamless transition for you. That's dope because I know a lot of athletes who really struggled like for years, really just trying to figure out like, because for me it was like I had one foot in and one foot out. Like I'm like, okay, I know I gotta go get a job, I gotta pay bills, right? But I still was hearing from NFL teams, so I had to like work out 5 times a week. I had to stay in shape for a tryout or a workout. So that was just a really hard time for me. I fell into a dark. I know a lot of athletes, and I can attest to it as well. I fell into a dark space, just trying to figure out, just wondering why I didn't get a NFL shot, or you start having those doubts. And so I love your experience, how it was, like you said, you worked in a hotel for a few years, but you knew ultimately after that you wanted to go into nursing. So that's amazing. So what would you say is Raven Moore's after effect of just like your entire athletic journey, from the wins, the losses, the competition, all the accolades that you accumulated over your career? What were some of those lessons that you kind of took and you ingratiate like to your family and to your kids now, but also into your profession as you're essentially taking care of other humans?
Sure. Oh my goodness. I guess the most important lesson I learned is to just never give up. Like, I feel like in track and field, I always felt when I was losing, I wasn't used to losing when I first got to college. I just felt defeated. And you give up. I was like, I'm not good. Why does he even want me on this team? But you keep pushing, you keep motivating yourself, you keep telling yourself you can do this, even in field, in nursing, in school, in life in general. Just never doubt yourself, never give up. And I try to teach my kids that when my son feels like, oh, I suck at school, why do I have to go to school? And I tell him how important it is. And sports are fun, sports are all this, but school is what's going to get you where you need to be ultimately in life.
Exactly.
And just to never give up. And that's just my main lesson, I guess.
Yeah. I love that. I love that after effect. So I didn't want to keep you on for too long. That's actually all I had. One thing that I've been trying to pride myself on since I started this is really just giving people flowers, while they're still here. So all your accolades, I remember. It's funny. I'd be feeling old now, but I remember when I first moved to Atlanta, I think I was probably like 25, 26. I remember we used to link up often and work out together.
Yeah.
But you didn't know it. That was a really, I'm sure you couldn't tell because I felt like my energy was always good. But that was a really like weird, dark time for me because I just was trying to I had moved to Atlanta because I never lived there. I wanted to move somewhere warm.
Sure.
But I was really trying to figure life out. Obviously, I was working, paying bills, things of that nature, but I still wanted to play football. So just trying to figure out life as a young 20-something-year-old graduate, that was a hard time for me. But every time we used to link up and work out and kind of just share energies, that was like a positive. That was always I always took positivity out of that. So I just want to show you that love and kind of give you flowers, while we both still here.
Oh, it was so awesome. I miss you so much. I'm so glad you're doing this.
Yes, definitely. So I'm actually in the Atlanta area still as well. So hopefully we can link up and like have lunch at some point or have coffee, catch up or something. But I appreciate you carving out the time to jump on really quickly for me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day.
Thank you. I appreciate you, LeBron.
All right. I appreciate you.
Take care.
All right. Take it easy.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so that was rather quick. I know Raven's Mother's Day, and she has a family to take care of. So I just appreciate her, taking the time to jump on. She was a mainstay at the University of Iowa in track and field, just a big competitor. And so I'm glad that she was able to jump on and kind of talk about her experience a little bit. So if you listen to this episode, please like and review it. If you watch it on YouTube, give us a like, give us a subscription to our channel. Turn your notifications on. We've been releasing pretty much 2 episodes per week. Planning to start to develop our second short film, Mary While Swiping Part 2. So super excited about that. We're going to start writing that here soon. Got a couple blogs coming up where we'll be and more on location interviews coming up as well. Super excited for this summer as the world opens back up and we can interview people in live spaces again, right? So super excited about that. So until the next episode, peace. Subscribe to LeBron Daniel TV, but you already knew that, where we dig deep and find our hustle, and every single day we are better than yesterday. Subscribe.